Max cushion trail running shoes often sacrifice control for comfort on technical terrain. But the Salomon Ultra Glide 4 nails them both. It's protective, responsive, fits like a dream, and has total control on most trails. So if you're looking for a brand new do-it-all trail running shoe for 2026, you're going to want to stick around and listen to what I got to say. The Ultra Glide 4 is 100% a comfort first all-mountain trail running shoe, but that doesn't mean all the benefits of a really good all-mountain trail shoe are not far behind. This one reminds me a lot of the Xodus Ultra 4. Wait. This shoe here from Saucony, which was probably my most top recommended trail running shoe of 2025, and actually 2026 so far too. It's directly competitive with that running shoe. Both are fantastic, both serve the same purpose, I'd say, and both very affordable for what they are as well. So if you are shopping around, definitely watch my review of the Xodus Ultra 4 as well. Let's kick off with the key specifications that matter to you. First off, they cost $160. I'll let you know by the end of this review if I believe they're worth that price tag. They weigh 9.7 ounces or 275 grams. That's for a size US men's 9, my pair. If you're wondering how that compares to other trail running shoes in the same category, it's kind of average, but definitely on the lower end. It's lighter than most all-mountain trail running shoes with this much cushioning and protection underfoot. They have a drop of 6 millimeters. That's 41 millimeters under the heel and 35 millimeters under the toe. Very high stack height. But again, don't worry, they do feel very stable on the trail. The upper is using an engineered mesh with SensiFit and EndoFit sleeve on the inside. That just hugs your foot, it wraps it, secures it within the shoe, giving you a good mid-foot lockdown. And of course it's got the Quicklace system, which I'll go into in just a moment, but that helps lock your heel within the shoe. The midsole is using OptiFoam, which is an EVA foam, and Relieve Sphere technology, which is kind of built into the outsole here. And then finally, the outsole is using all-terrain contour grip. That's Salomon's proprietary rubber compound. And of course, it's using that Relieve Sphere dimples, which are designed to help running on hard terrain feel a lot more generous on your feet over long distances. And for all those lug monsters out there, they are 4 millimeters deep. When it comes to sizing and fit, these are very much true to size, so go with your usual US sizing and you'll be fine. SensiFit is really nice. I love how it kind of just locks around your foot. And the EndoFit is the fit of the internal sleeve. Again, it just feels very comfortable. It's very supportive on your foot and it locks you down in the shoe really successfully too. There's also a little bit of wiggle room in the toe box as well. Why do I love toe wiggle room in running shoes? Well, a few reasons. Having a little bit of extra room allows your feet or toes to swell a little bit. If you're running in hot conditions or over long distances, that will inevitably happen. So there's just a little bit of room for your toes to grow into as you run. That's going to make things a lot more comfortable. But also being able to move your toes properly allows you to improve stability. Your natural biomechanics just want to do that. You need to move your toes so that you can stabilize if you are running on technical terrain. I also find being able to splay my toes running uphill, I get way more power going up those steep inclines as well. Breathability is average. It's not hugely airy going through the shoe, but there's enough breathability that if these shoes do get wet, then that moisture does kind of vent off pretty well. And then you got that stepping comfort. Well, it's fantastic. Collars are highly padded. You've got a nice well-shaped heel counter with tons of padding as well. Tongue is large, wraps around a lot of the top of your foot, making it feel super comfy. If you're wondering how Quicklace works, well, let me quickly demonstrate the Quicklace system. All you do is hold this little toggle at the top, push down on the Quicklace toggle, and slide it up. Super easy, and because these laces are very thin and wire-like, they just slide through the eyelets all at once. So you don't have to like tweak the lower ones and the upper ones to get that perfect fit. I like to tweak them anyway because I'm a little bit OCD if I'm going on a long run. I want to get that fit perfect before I start. And then you've got a little lacing garage at the top. You store all this messy flappiness up in that lace garage, keeps them out of the way, stops them getting snagged on anything on the trails, and stops them flapping about. Love it. If you're enjoying this review so far, please give the video a like. I really appreciate it when you guys do that. It's very easy to do. Just tap it, it's down there somewhere. Go tap, slap, punch, whatever you want to do on that button. Just make an impact, and subscribe to my channel for more running shoe reviews just like this one. I always keep things genuine, honest, and as insightful as possible to help you decide whether or not the shoes I'm currently reviewing are going to be best for you and your needs. But if at any point I've missed something, drop a question down below and I'll get back to you. I reply to everyone. And finally, if you've had experience with the Ultra Glide 4 or the previous versions, more importantly this one though, I want to get your thoughts. It's going to be super helpful for any subscribers or any new people to the channel who land on this video. It's going to help them decide whether or not the shoes are going to be best for them or not, based on all this crowdsourced information from the community. So we're all going to really appreciate it if you do drop that information down there. If you don't have anything to say about the shoes, just say hi. I appreciate that. It's really nice getting to know some of my followers. All right, jumping straight into my performance review. I'm going to start by talking about the ride and the midsole, the geometry and foam and all this relieve sphere technology that's going on. Well, it is incredibly comfortable underfoot. This is one of those rare all-mountain trail running shoes that's super protective and comfortable, it's soft, but you don't lose that stability or control on technical terrain, which is very important if you don't know what kind of trails you're going to be running, or maybe you're running an ultramarathon or a shorter trail race where you're going to be encountering different types of terrains, mixed surfaces from rocks to roots to mud, forest trails, gravel, maybe even some tarmac. Then you need some cushioning underfoot to protect your foot from all those different objects. Some are sharp, some are going to be soft. Whatever, you need protection underfoot for a long race like that. But also, you need control if you are going to be running on technical terrain. This midsole right here does all that. And one of the things that makes this one particularly unique in a sea of all mountain trail running shoes out there right now is the relieve sphere technology, which is going on the midsole and outsole. They're tied together. And all that is these dimples that you see, like someone's been stepping on some golf balls on a very hot day. That's kind of what this looks like to me. I don't know, it kind of gives me Pac-Man vibes on the side as well. What do you think? But going back to the relieve sphere dimples, the purpose of them is to diffuse the weight or distribute the weight as you contact the ground. And what that should do, and what it kind of does in my experience, is reduce the impact on hard ground. So it makes it much easier to go long distances if you are running on hardpack trails, concrete sections, rocky trails. This system here just alleviates some of that impact, making the ride feel smoother and more enjoyable over longer distances. The stack is very high on this one. It's got a 41mm height at the heel and 35mm under the toe, which gives you that 6mm drop, which feels really nice on trails. I wouldn't want anything higher than that running on trails, to be honest with you, because it's just not going to feel natural, and you do a lot of uphills and downhills and flats. So the lower the drop you can get, it's going to make it feel more natural on more sections of that trail route, if that makes sense. And just in generally, a lower drop is better for you. When it comes to paces and where it performs best, I would say it's the mid-range. Ultra runners who like to start slow and finish slower, this is going to be perfect for you guys. That's not to say it doesn't have speed in it. If you do want to pick up the pace, it absolutely has speed, and a lot of that's coming from the geometry, but also the pop of the midsole foam, and there's a little bit of a toe spring there as well. So I'll show you what the flex gives back after bending the shoe and just letting go. You'll see what the pop's like. There's a lot of pop going on here compared to some of the competitors. Moving on to the outsole and the all-terrain Contour grip rubber compound and those lugs that we talked about earlier. Traction has been really good for most surfaces. I have noticed that these lugs are starting to degrade at the forefoot. I'm not sure why that's happening as such. That does tell me that the rubber compound is slightly softer now, meaning that they should be grippier on wet, slick rocks and that kind of stuff. So I am interested to test them out properly on slick rock conditions, which I will do. And I will update the comments section down below once that's done. One note is the fact there's a dimple here under the large toe. I feel like this is an area where I'd prefer to have more traction rather than relief on hard surfaces over longer distances. But again, I don't know, I can see people actually preferring relief from the relief sphere system in this area because a lot of people do land on that section of their foot, but I also land on it when I'm going down steep declines and inclines as well, and I would like a bit of traction there. So I don't know, maybe there's a compromise to be had there. What do you reckon? If you're wondering where the Ultra Glide 4 has placed in my best all-mountain trail running shoes roundup, well, follow that link up there. That'll take you to my guide on the best ones, and it will help you determine which one's going to be right for you. Moving on to my final verdict. Are they worth $160? Yes. This one is special, and I'm really excited. I'm so happy that it's come out early 2026, because that means I'm going to get the whole season to run in this one and enjoy. So if you are looking for an all-mountain trail running shoe that's very cushioned and protective underfoot, handles most technical trails very, very well, and can go the distance for ultra running, or if you are training for an ultra, then this one is fantastic. You can't go wrong with it. I highly recommend it. You should definitely buy it, try it out, and I want to know your thoughts on it, because I know you're going to be happy. So I'm excited to talk to you all about it when you've had some experience. And by the way, if you are looking to run your first ultra marathon, maybe you've signed up to a 50-kilometer race, well, you've definitely got to follow my training plan for running your first ultra marathon, which is a 50-kilometer race. That training plan is not just a schedule. It goes into so much depth into race tactics, fueling, recovery, all sorts of things, everything you need to know about running your first ultra marathon. You should definitely go check that out. I'll put a link up there now so you can go read it at your leisure. But it's going to be a really fun guide for you to follow in your journey to ultra. Well, thanks for watching this Ultra Glide 4 review. I really hope you enjoyed it. Again, if I missed something, you've got a specific question that's specific to your training and your needs, drop it in the comments down below. I reply to everyone. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell down below, and I'll see you on the next review. Peace.